intro.
Here we go. Don't you know it's
I'm not
broadcasting
gonna join
to
you.
your community. Steven doesn't like it when I sing, but I'm going to do it anyway because he can't stop me.
No,
Hello.
you're producing the show. I cannot mute your microphone, and I wouldn't really.
What is that Burrows guy up to anyway? Why does Stephen Healey put up with him? Welcome to broadcasting to your community.
With Debbie Burrows in Sarnia in Canada and Stephen Healey in Wiltshire in England, where it's a holiday. But what do you do on a holiday? You come and join your friend and broadcast live to the world on Facebook using BeLive.tv.
So what is a bank holiday? Is that exactly what it is? The banks are closed?
The banks are closed. The majority of the shops are closed. So the shop workers have the day off. 2 bank workers have the day off. But it's taken as a national holiday. Apart from sort of service industries.
Okay.
I got a parcel from Amazon this morning, so that's not typically it though. Yeah, it's just, I mean, basically in our own town of Devizes, there's a carnival been on today, which we went to watch, and there was a superb one-man act, balancing and juggling act, and he did a show which was about 30 minutes long, and he attracted a crowd of about 100 people all around him as he did his superhuman feats. It was very good. Yeah.
Catherine Sears-Lent says, greetings, guys. Welcome,
Brilliant.
Catherine. And for those of you just joining and watching us, we got a full hour of We Have No Idea. But we are broadcasting, talking about live streaming. Well, sometimes we talk about live streaming. We don't always get into that. We just talk about community stuff.
We do.
And connecting our worlds together. Maybe Catherine's going to join us. If you're watching us up above my head, see where my horns are going? There's a link there. That's where you need to be watching from so that we can see your comments, your questions, your snarky remarks, whatever you're wanting to do, as long as it's polite and positive. You can make fun of me, but I wouldn't make fun of Stephen. And if you want to join us on camera, type guest in the comments below. I do have our live bot working today. In fact, I did something, Stephen, that I hadn't been making a practice of doing.
I noticed.
Because of our 5 days live that we did, and a bunch of us talked about doing some things that maybe we're not doing. I sent out a broadcast.
I saw it.
To the subscribers.
Yeah.
What did you think? Did it pass?
It passes, yeah. Hey there, you asked us to remind us when broadcasting to your community with David and Stephen goes live on TVSN. Click watch now. You'll be taken to the TVSN Facebook page where you can watch them live. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
It got some subscribers there, about 53, I think. So it's been stagnant for a while because I haven't done anything to grow that. Let's talk about that for a minute. What are you using? I know you and RJ are really active in the bot world. Do you use a landing page to attract subscribers, or what do you do to subscribe?
Basically, when we do a show, after the show, we go back and contact anybody who's commented. And we send a message to them, and they then confirm that they would like to be on the messenger service. So the primary means of contact is through Facebook Messenger to the comments made on a live show. The secondary way is, as you say, to have a landing page which people can go to and give them a reason for going there. So if you're giving something away, that generally helps.
Right.
Or a special deal. Basically, and shows like this attract an audience, attract people to join in, and going live is the best thing you can do. Yeah.
Right. I noticed when I go to Facebook pages, and there was one in particular I did it to the other day, and when you go to a Facebook page, typically their messenger, the Facebook Messenger pops up automatically.
Yeah.
But the one I went to the other day popped up automatically, and it was their bot.
Well, you can set it. RJ is the one to actually be able to give the inside information. You can set it so it pops up with a bot. I mean, basically, if you've got a bot on your page, then people shouldn't see just should should see a get started button. Yeah.
Right.
And that's what initiates the conversation. Yeah. So pages that don't have a get started button don't have a bot. And that's the majority of pages. What are you thinking?
No, I was listening, but I was distracted because I went over to the Facebook page, and the thumbnail is you with your fingers are about here, so you look like you have horns, and then my hands are a little higher up, and I look like I'm going yay. So
we're playing reindeer.
I guess. Yeah, so that's something I have to work on because I've sort of swayed away from the bot. I didn't sway away from the bot thing. I just haven't done anything about it. And I'm seeing more and more of it around me. And I'm just like, okay, that's a part of my business that I have not paid enough attention to. So, I think that's something that we often do in any business. We get in our chairs and we sit down and we sit up straight, and then we start to slouch a little bit after a while, and we get kind of into a routine, and things they can get stale, right?
Yeah, true. You can't do everything. We know that. You can't be present everywhere. So you make choices and you go to the places where you're getting most interaction. And the most interaction is on Facebook. So you concentrate on Facebook. And therefore you forget about YouTube, you forget about your web blog, you forget about a whole list of things, including Twitter and etc. But I have a blog, and I started it. I started it 5 years ago, but I didn't do anything between February and July of this year. Oh, there you have a photograph of it. Well, isn't that good?
Right. Well, I'm screen sharing.
Brilliant. Okay.
There it is.
And I blog there, and generally speaking, I get about 300 people a day actually visit.
Nice.
But I've done for that from zero in July. I had nobody for 6 months. And then I started to blog, and basically inside track here is I purchased Simple Social Press from Animura. Yeah. Okay. That's the biggest benefit to the website that there's ever been, because every time a show is finished, it creates a post. So 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, I've got 5 posts being created just by the fact that I go live. Yeah.
Okay.
And that means, but this one was handwritten. This particular post was handwritten. You'll see below, if you scroll down a little bit. In fact, can you just refresh the page just to humor me a moment?
Sure.
Brilliant. When the page refreshes in a second or two, you should see on the right-hand side of the screen, on that grid, okay, and the right-hand side of the screen on that grid, okay, perhaps not, we should be there, but never mind. Right, okay, basically this is a weblog containing all the shows that are ever broadcast on the live video hub. Now, there are over 1,050 shows, and you can go to any show. Would you come down to Cheryl, for example?
Right there?
Yeah, and click on play. That's it. And you get Cheryl on screen, and you can watch the show, and you can share the show. Cool. And you click on any of the broadcasts, and you can actually not only watch the show, you can share it, which helps everybody. So that's
Stephen, I look at all these shows, and like I see your face in almost all of them.
No, you don't.
Did you plan that?
No, just come down a bit. I'm on there twice. At the bottom of the photographs, there is just to prove it's not all me.
Well, I don't know. Okay, let's do a Stephen Healey count.
Let's press click more, shall we?
2.
Press click more. You humor me for a minute or two.
No, I got a whole hour. I'll do it.
All right, that's right. Okay. And you can see I'm not in every single show. There you
10,
go. But lots of people are, and they're all broadcasting on the Live Video Hub and on TVSN as well, and on the other networks that our friends have set up. But the beauty of it is, if you click on,
there's one of my shows. There's two of my shows.
Click on it. Click on it.
Well,
click the play button. There you are, and it will play. And there you are. Right. So without actually leaving that page, you can actually play it, and you can go, if you go back again on any of the posts or another one of yours, it's similar. Okay. Yeah. You're actually watching the show.
So you've created a directory. I mean, this is very random.
It's basically, it is in date order. If you go to the top again.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Okay. That's
Monday, August 27th.
That's a video I did today. And then next to you, you've got Erin and RJ. That's a video from today. And the video next to that is from today. Yeah. You can read all the
must be different time zones because it's saying 2 p.m. and I'm not at 2 p.m. yet. Or is that what's coming up?
That's what he's. No, those shows have taken place. Okay. Anyone which is grayed out, if you go to the first grey one, that's the show which is coming up. It's actually.
Oh, okay.
It's been cross-posted. All the grey ones have been cross-posted to the hub, but haven't gone live yet. At the moment, there's about 10 or 11 shows which will go live either today or tomorrow.
Okay. All right. So this one here says Monday, August 27th at 2 p.m.
Yeah,
that's obviously a different time zone.
Yeah, yeah. So it's my page. It's my page, so it's UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was. I was just going to say. So when it posts to the time zone that person's in. Okay. All right.
Okay. Click on the first grey one, and press play. All right, and you should have an option somewhere. This won't work because we're live. To go to Facebook and get a reminder.
Oh, I click on the link.
Yeah, and you click on the link, and you can then set a reminder because the show is not live yet. It is.
Well, this one is because it's us.
All right. Okay. There you go. Press just to prove. No, press play on that. Press play.
I'll pick a different one.
Okay.
Oh, that's the show live. Oh, that's my show today. Later.
Yeah.
This week's guests. Blah blah blah. Okay. Oh, view on Facebook.
Yeah, that's it. So you can view on Facebook, and if the show's coming up, you can actually set a reminder.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Get a reminder.
Yeah. So you're actually going on one page. We've got 1,000 videos, all the upcoming shows, and you can either watch the recordings, or you can go and set a reminder for an upcoming show. That's it. Thank you, David. That was brilliant.
That's fantastic. Oh, my wife says, "Hi, guys." Hi, honey.
Hello, Jennifer.
What is she doing? Oh, okay. She's on her lunch. There you go. My loyal fan. And Catherine's asking, what's this, Steven? Something social. Yeah, well, I think we just kind of explained all that. Thanks, everybody, for watching. If you're wanting to join us on camera, we certainly invite you to do that. Type guest in the comments below, and you will be sent a link to click, and we'll bring you on camera. You can talk to Steve and I. Maybe my wife will actually do that someday. I don't.
Indeed.
I've been convincing her, and Stephen, I might have to ask you for some muscle here. I've been trying to convince her that with her new business, she needs to go live.
Totally.
Because she's doing eyelash extensions. And I was like, well, that's the perfect thing for live.
Well, it's either 2,000 words or one picture.
Well, you know.
And that's the stark choice, that if you have to describe something, you do a blog about it. Going live allows you to actually demonstrate and to actually show people exactly what it's like, to take questions from them. And also, because you're doing it on your Facebook business page, this is a little known secret. David and I know it, but you can sell. And you can give people a link to go to your shop. And you can say, right, okay, for the next 2 hours, this item is not $10, it's $8, but you must buy in the next 2 hours. So in terms of marketing, live video is the best way to do it. And if people, we know, I watch with amazement sometimes, they're really well 3 times. I'll probably go above 3 in a minute. One is shows by people who are well known, like Jeff Adams, he's always going to do well. And then the other ones are where people are actually shows run by mediums.
Yep.
Yeah. Horoscopes and everything that mediums involves, and etc. And the third type is sales shows where people are selling, okay, and they're selling anything at all, and people are actually buying. And you can watch the comments when somebody puts up a special offer. You watch the comments come through, and you think, how do they do that? Well, they do that because they actually turn up consistently, and they've got themselves a good reputation on eBay or wherever it happens to be, so that they can say, right, okay, I've got a 100% rate on eBay. If you order now, you know you're going to get the goods, and that's how it works.
Yeah. Well, see, and for Jennifer, for example, she's not really selling product, at least not yet. So she does eyelashes, so she books appointments.
Okay.
So in my mind, she could be going, even just from a phone, just get permission from the person she's working on and say, listen, we're just going to set the camera right there. We're just going to go live. And you don't even, she can't really be talking to the audience because she's really focused with a very sharp thing.
Okay. Well, yeah,
somebody's face. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that she couldn't do it and then go back after and answer any of the questions. She could be saying, okay, guys, leave your questions. I'll get back to you when I'm done here. We're doing this, and this is what I'm doing right now. And by the way, if within the next 2 hours that it takes me to do this person, if you book an appointment with me, you get $10 off.
Yeah, that's it.
Right. So I think there's great opportunity there, and people will watch. They just do. I mean, they watch me all the time, and look at me. So yeah, I got to work on her. But here's the problem: she's camera shy. That's what it is, right?
Well, there are one of the best people to talk to is a chap called David Burrows, who was on a show in 5 Days Live.
No,
okay.
Because I'm the husband.
Right. Okay. So there are 2 people to talk to. Okay. I'm going to make 2 recommendations here. The first one is Brigitte Limbanda.
There we go.
Good friend of ours, and she is very personable and very helpful, and she will help you go live on camera for the first time. And the second person I can think of, and I'm staying this time I'm in Ireland, and that's Lottie Hearn-Ross, and Lottie's helped a lot of people go live. Yeah.
Kelly's out there. Saying hello to Kelly. Thanks for joining us, Kelly. And again, I know Kelly's kind of hooked into the Be Live world because from probably through me. And then I know he watches Blabbing for Britain sometimes.
He does watch Blabbing for Britain. He also watches I Live Here, which is on at 9 a.m. tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. And he and I got into conversation, a very long conversation last Thursday on Facebook Messenger. But the unfortunate thing was that I was all focused on doing a show. And I'd gone, I'll tell you about it in a minute, but I'd done something rather special, which I thought was special, which I haven't told many people about. But I was just finished that, and I came off and started talking to Kelly, and we were at cross purposes. He was talking about I Live Here, and I was talking about something completely different. So it took us about 15 minutes to realize we were at cross purposes. Then we finally sorted it out. So Kelly and I are getting to know each other via Messenger, and it's great to have Kelly supporting us on I Live Here and on Blabbing for Britain, which are, of course, the best of British.
And that's a fantastic example of networking, right? Because Kelly lives in my city.
Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah. So he's known me through what I do, and then through me to you, and now who knows where else that'll go, right? Yeah. So, I mean, there's just one more reason to live stream your business.
Totally.
Yeah. And I'm sorry that I missed it last week. I know you had asked me to try to join, I Live Here, but it's tomorrow again, right?
9 a.m. Eastern.
Let me check my schedule.
I live here. Fonz is out and about on his iPhone 6, and he's visiting a place in Cambridgeshire in the UK. And if you have your mobile phone handy and you're up and out and about, then we invite you to come on the show for 10 to 15 minutes to talk about your area. And what we're trying to do is just travel the world, really. So it's travel the world with Fonz and Stephen, and 9 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. in the UK. All you need is a mobile phone. We'll give you the link, and you're on camera.
I will. I'll see.
Okay, that's good.
Because I'd love to show you down here, beautiful. Or maybe Kelly can do that, because if Kelly's out and about down where our Blue Water Bridge is, and our water and our parks. Yeah. Anyway, there's lots to brag about where I live for sure. That's such a great idea, and I know we talked about that before. You know, and you've heard me mention before. You know, I interviewed a gentleman from a museum, and he did a walkthrough of the entire museum. This last week we had what was called Hobby Fest. Set up in one of our parks, one of our beautiful parks, Germain Park. The beautiful flowers and just is so well kept. And then the Strangway Center, which is like a community event center. Anyway, I interviewed the events coordinator for the city of Sarnia, and one was in the building, and then the other girl from the city was out in the park. Brought them both on, and she had her camera, and she's like, "So, and over here is where we'll have people set up." And she showed the park, and it's just I know I'm going to do my best to try to include that type of thing in my regular show. It's like a great idea.
It works so well, and people get involved because, I mean, the thing is that you're actually showing your own country now. As countries go, our country is pretty old, so Fonz can go around because he is the Cambridge historian, and he can give the history of places just as you can for Sonia. So that's why it works, because we know that when you go on a show, you can wing it as we do. I mean, you just come on and we can talk about anything and everything for an hour and enjoy doing so and take questions from everybody and comments and everything. But when you No,
I was just going to say, I find once you get people, one of my tricks or coaching things, whatever, is to you can just get people talking about what they're passionate about and what their love is.
Yeah.
It's like talking about your kids or your grandkids. People can go on for hours because they love it so much, right? So it's once you get them talking about what they love and their passion is, it's not a problem to do an hour show.
No, totally it's not. Totally it's not. And right, now, we're not going to push, but if anybody wants to join us on camera, then you're more than welcome to do so. Just type guest. I've just got a sign from David, and the sign from David says, "You're on screen, you're on your own, it's all yours, I'll be back." And that was quick. Okay. If you want to join us on camera, just type guest, or if you've got the link already, then just click the link and come in. David will bring you into the show. As you've seen, David and I are quite friendly, and we're here to answer your questions about anything at all. We stay off one or two topics, well, three topics: politics, religion, and money. Apart from those, we talk about anything. Though occasionally we have opted over to the politics side because it's an interesting time in the UK.
Because it's fun.
Oh, God, no. Politics is not fun.
Especially if you're the politician.
Only for the politicians.
Yeah.
They never tell you what they're doing. They tell you what they're going to do. They tell you what they've achieved, but they never tell you what they're doing at the moment.
Well, I'll tell you, we have a municipal election, so our local government. So we're going to be electing our mayor and our councilors coming up in October. And we have, and I see Catherine in the lobby there. I'll come to you in a minute, Catherine. Okay. We have about 30 people running for, we have council and county.
Okay.
And about 30 people running as candidates. I've never, ever seen.
Wow.
There's been a lot of turmoil in the last 4 years. I've never seen that many people run, and we have 4 running for mayor. We've got our current mayor who has been the mayor for I want 26 or 28 years, maybe.
Wow.
If he wins again, he'll be I don't know if he'll be the longest running or second longest running mayor in Ontario.
Wow.
So there's a lot going on. And I was going to reach out, and I don't do a lot of politics on my show, but I was going to reach out to all the candidates and as a thing go, for X number of dollars, you can have your own half an hour or an hour in person or whatever that looks like. Somebody else is doing something similar as well. That's more their thing is politics. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm going to wait until I see who's elected, and then I'll reach out to those ones and say, okay, because then I've only got about 12 to deal with instead of 30. But politics is something new for me to. I mean, I have a lot of thoughts in my head about it, but I don't talk about it a lot. But so and in doing that, I want to. I'm good at keeping myself neutral with it. Yeah. Nobody knows who I'm for or against. So,
well, it's strange how things differ. In how often is your mayor? Is he up for election? How long is his term?
Every 4 years.
Every 4 years. In the UK, a mayor is elected every year, different mayor, apolitical, supposedly, to guide the town council in actually working for the benefit of the citizens of the town. And but in France and Germany, they're elected for a 4-year period, and they have far more power than the mayors in the UK.
Right.
And we say hello to.
Hello, Catherine.
Your show, David.
Yeah. Catherine, how are you?
Hi.
Hello, Catherine. Nice to meet you.
Yes, finally.
Now, our paths have crossed many times over recent weeks, and you've been watching the shows and commenting. So I want to personally say thank you for doing that, and welcome to the world of live video. Now, have you done live video before? No.
It's been fun watching and participating in the comments. It's my new obsession. I kind of came in right when you did the 5 days live, like about a week or so before that. So that was just a great, super lessons, and I got your class, and so I'm really interested. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can. Video is good, audio is good.
Yeah. So are the earmuffs are necessary?
Well, you see that Deb and I are wearing earbuds as opposed to,
Yeah, I don't have earbuds. We have 500 pairs of Beat headphones. My husband works with Beats.
Okay. The reason you have headphones or earbuds, Catherine, if you don't already know, is to prevent echo.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I just sound weird with headphones on because
you're hearing your own bass in your head.
It's weird. It's weird.
So, Catherine, thanks for joining here on our show today, and appreciate you coming on camera. But let me ask you a couple of questions. What are your intentions with live streaming, or do you have any yet?
I have little itty bitty intentions. I like it. I want to do something with it. I don't know that what I do translates to it well, or do I want to do that? I feel like I want it to just be more for pleasure. So I don't think I'm going to tie business into it.
Right.
I like to talk about business, just in general, and technology.
Okay.
What I really love is technology, how how it affects us, for better or for worse. There's good and bad, and I love to sort of discuss that and talk about new things that have popped up, and did you try this, and what do you think of that? I love that, and I like to just sort of jump right in and sort of have real discussions with people, and not bother wasting time. I mean, I like to talk about the weather as well as the next person, but I like to kind of, cut to the heart of the matter. So what I decided to come up with a little show, and I decided to call it The Heart of the Matter.
Ah, beautiful title.
Yeah. So I was inspired by, I saw Jenny Q. She's, I guess, the new, spokesperson, brand ambassador, with VLOD, right? I'm a brand ambassador, actually, a brand specialist. So I watched her a couple times, and she interviewed someone, I think named Danny. It's a woman, but her name's Danny, something or other. And she's had some hard times, and she just jumped right in. I mean, she was talking about, her husband having an affair and giving a baby up for adoption when she was a teen, and like she was really getting into it, like boom, like 0 to 60 in 10 seconds, and I thought, oh wow, like that's me, and usually I guess that's off-putting to people, like in person when you meet somebody, and right away you're kind of so tell me about your life, and I tend to do that, and I was like, well, there's no place for that often. And so, you feel displaced. So I thought, wow, suddenly I felt like, oh, wait, this could provide me with a place and with people that might be okay. And everybody keeps saying, just be yourself. Don't even think about it. Just be your absolute utmost self, the most comfortable that you can be. And and there will be some people that will come, but not everyone. And then you don't want those anyway. So that's basically what I keep hearing over and over from people. Right?
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic because at the heart of the matter, I love the title. And I think you're at this stage of the game, I would say you're probably ahead of most people as far as the mindset goes who are just looking to start live streaming, because you already hit the nail on the head. Is to just be yourself, just click the live button and away you go, and it'll flourish into its own thing, right? Stephen?
Yeah, I mean, it's just do it. I mean, as you say, that week of broadcasting 5 days live just worked so well. We were both taken aback by how well it works and how many people got involved. So much so that David and I will be back in October 1 through to 5, with slightly different topics. But back to your show concept, I think that will work. Because shows that actually involve people and go to the heart of the matter are popular. So I just say, just do it. Now, if you have any questions from a technical point of view.
Yes, I'm sure I will.
Yeah. We're happy to answer any questions at all that you may have.
Cool.
So, Catherine, where are you located?
I live in Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. Right.
I'm from New York, so I don't sound like I'm from Cincinnati.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Oh, did we talk once before?
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
I guess I brought up the bridge. You told this little story about the bridge, and I found that was just a very charming story when you were a kid and going over the bridge. And
did I ask you the question? Is there really a WKRP in Cincinnati?
No, you did not. No, I'm not from here, so I don't know anything about like Cincinnati, like history or culture. And the funny thing is that I actually named my business Queen City. It's called Queen City Social, and Cincinnati is nicknamed Queen City. And so it kind of sounds like, oh, I must know my Cincinnati stuff, but I totally don't.
Oh, okay.
I totally don't. I've only been here for 7 years, so I'm still like, New York.
Right.
Stuff.
So tell everybody, can you tell us more about your business and share what that's all about?
I do. I love social media, and I'm a brand ambassador, brand strategist, and retail merchandiser, and I wanted to marry the two. So I wanted to, and everyone says, niche, right? So I offer sort of a more comprehensive marketing package that I would be doing all of that for you, coming into your retail environment, going through that whole thing and assessing, what you have, and this is what you should do, and these are the improvements, and this is how you can have better traffic flow, anything that will enhance the customer experience, provide a memorable and excellent customer experience. And then, training your staff on, let's say, product knowledge and sales techniques, as well as let's get your social house in order and go through all the platforms and figure out what's best for them, and establish their personality, to help them find their voice on their platforms and so on. So so it's a comprehensive marketing strategy that encompasses social and retail and local events. You're the go-to guy for that. So I could certainly ask for some advice. Like if there was a business that I think like a demo day or something like that might be perfect for them, then I would recommend that we do those sorts of things. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Currently, I have 2 jobs that are out of the house. I'm a brand ambassador for a premium men's underwear company called Tommy John. They're called Tommy John. They're a startup, but they've been around for a while. A guy got tired of how his undergarments were uncomfortable in his suits, and he redesigned underwear. So we sell in Nordstrom. I don't know if you guys have Nordstrom in the UK and Canada. Probably you do in Canada, actually. You have Nordstrom. It's a high-end. It's like Bloomingdale's. It's like high-end department store.
Oh, okay.
And so I go there twice a week to my local Nordstrom, and I have merchandise, and I sell and I train. And I also go to Men's Warehouse. That's like sort of more of an average, rent a tux, get a suit for $500 as opposed to $800.
Yep.
And then I'm a florist. I work every Saturday at my friend's flower shop.
Wow.
And do it all the time. So that's it.
You're busy.
Yeah.
I'm not. Look, ask Steven. Am I on the live the hub and whatever, like incessantly? I pretty much spend. I don't bother house cleaning. As you can see from I have to get with Jason.
Yeah.
With Jason. Are those lines the like the end of where you can see? Do I go off camera? Like there's little lines here.
So that's if you were if I put us in a different mode where we're all 3 by like where I'm doing right now.
So I want to stay. I want to stay in there.
If we don't tell you anything, you're doing fine.
Well, like the other day, Jason held up a box to show the box, but you totally couldn't see the box. It was completely off camera. So I wrote, move the box in front of your face. Because he bought it was a new mic he got. So yeah, I've been following Jason because I have to get advice on all that, And my glasses are a total pain. Steven, yours are great. You can't not see the glare. So that's something I have to figure out. And I want to be able to look up here. Oh, sorry about my hand. I want to be able to look up at the camera, which is up here. Instead, I'm looking at you fellas, which is down.
Well, the natural thing is to actually look at. I mean, you're actually on the center of the screen, and the natural thing is to look at the center of the screen, and it takes time before you actually consciously look at the camera, or unconsciously is probably the best way to do it.
Yeah,
you
because I'm looking at you guys.
to doing it.
I'm looking at you guys, and then I keep on seeing that glare, and I'm like trying to move my head so that it's not. Bad. But if I take them off, it's like everything's just really a total blur. But there's me, Mike, and I'm like just maybe I should have called the show like "Come As You Are." I think I'm sure someone's already taken that name, "Come As You Are," because I love that line. Just it's a Nirvana song, also. Come As You Are.
I don't always look at the camera like I'm doing it right now because Steven said something, but I tend to look at the person, or I think I'm looking at the person, but then it doesn't look like that too. Yeah.
One of the worst things is when you're on a multi-person show and you're not talking, and there's a conversation going on and you're not part of it. And what you tend to do is you're tempted to actually go to another tab, and you go to the other tab, and as you're actually looking at the other tab, people can tell.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm not paying attention to you right now.
That's so funny. Or they're doing things, and
Yeah, I mean that's the worst thing you can do when you're interviewing somebody is they're off and they're giving a fulsome answer, and it's an interesting answer, and the audience are rapt in attention, and you just
and there's this guy going.
Yeah.
Well, I have a little bit of a trick for that.
Okay.
I'll share. No charge.
Yep.
When I have a pre-interview or a pre-conversation, whether it's on the phone or however that looks like, with any of my guests, and the one thing I always tell them is, if it looks like I'm not paying attention, I am listening, I'm doing something else, and it usually means I have them in full screen.
Right.
Because then the audience watching doesn't see me not paying attention or looking like I'm not paying attention. So I always let my guests know that if I'm looking away or whatever, it's because I'm producing. I am listening and paying attention, but I have to do something. But again, I have them in full screen so that the viewership doesn't even notice that. It's kind of like when I tell Steven, like, because I always forget to turn my umbrella light on. So I put him in full screen, but I go, just a minute, I'll be right back. Keep talking. Nobody knows anything. Well, they're going to know now.
No.
When Steven's in full screen, what is that Burrows guy up to?
So I have a large iMac screen. It's huge.
Yeah.
And the camera is way at the tippy top. And so yeah, I would have to look way up, but I should. And on just above the camera at the top of the unit, at the top of the monitor, I have this little candle, scented Yankee candle. I don't burn it, but it's warm as could be because it sits on top of the monitor. So I figured it might emit some sort of nice aroma, harvest something or other there. So and I put that there, and then I can sort of focus on that. That's sort of my spot.
Right. Okay.
My spot.
Yeah.
Like they say when you're having a baby, you're supposed to, in the labor room, like, I know you guys probably wouldn't know, but you're supposed to pick a spot
this
on
is
the wall
probably
or
easier.
something. You're supposed to look at. Oh yeah. So you're supposed to pick a spot and look at the spot.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that you're using the microphone that's on your camera.
It's built into my iMac.
Okay.
Yeah, just using iMac.
Okay.
And my
Perfect.
that doesn't have the beats. Does it say beats on there?
I can't tell.
Oh, these might be skull candy. We have headphones everywhere, all over the house. They're like demos, because he has to refresh the demo units, and you're supposed to destroy them. I mean, we don't sell them or anything, but we use them for personal use. They're all corded. We don't have any of the wireless Beats, but I don't care. I don't go to the gym. I don't go to the gym anyway.
My son loves his Beats.
Yeah, I mean, I hear they're very expensive, so we're very lucky to have them.
Yeah, his mother bought them for him for Christmas. I wasn't buying them that for Christmas.
And my husband does technical merchandising for tech products. So he does Beats and lots of other things.
Okay. Well, for those of you just watching, we've been joined here by Catherine Sears-Lent. And my friend Stephen Healey is also here, as he always is, to try to keep me in line, but I get carried away. And we're happy to. I'm in a really weird mood today, aren't I, Stephen? I don't know. More than normal.
I'm not saying anything. I couldn't possibly comment.
So here we are.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Were you doing karaoke at the weekend?
No. I was watching people do karaoke.
That's what it is.
Actually, yes, I did karaoke yesterday. Every Sunday I run a karaoke. So it was yesterday. I don't know why I'm doing that. I just am. Because I can. And you can't stop me. If you want to join us here on camera, we're happy to have you join us here. We are broadcasting to your community. And I'm here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. My friend Stephen Healey in the United Kingdom. And our new friend Catherine, who's in Cincinnati. Catherine, you what got you connected? How did you discover live streaming? Oh
yeah, I wanted to mention that actually. Kim Boltzma from Cup of Content.
Mm-hmm.
I started watching her live streams about just content creation, and then I found, of course, there's RJ. So need I say more?
It was all over from there.
She's just like, I don't know, like firecracker. Like I love her. She's so fun. And then her and Kim together are fun. Today they were both on with Erin and I forget the girl's name that does with Erin on the morning show, on Erin's show. And they were the guests. They have their nerdy girls geek out thing. And I love that. Like they talk about, so have you tried Asana? And, it's just fun. I love that sort of thing. And it's like, I don't have anyone in my life to say, hey, have you tried Trello?
Yeah.
Versus the Canva, or like people wouldn't know what the hell you were talking about.
Right.
And nor would they care. They would not care. So yeah, that's basically it. Just unfolded from there, because right after watching a few of RJ's shows, not that I don't care about bots, because I think it's fabulous and fascinating, but I am not on the precipice of getting one for myself at this point. But I was watching anyway, just because she was entertaining. And then I found Jason, and then I found found you guys, and then 5 Days Live came.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like crash course.
Timing is everything.
And then I've been chatting with oh gosh, I can't even think of her name. Maybe it's Teresa, with the long last like Polishy sounding name. She's on comments a lot, Teresa. So I think we reached out to each other, and I joined her secret practice group. So we're going to be doing some sort of accountability, practice video, practice streaming stuff coming up. Nice. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, I mean that's it. A practice group can help you iron out all the kinks, and whilst nobody's watching. And then when you got comfortable, then you can come as you've done today. I mean,
When you announced the I Live Here, I love the concept, so I just jumped at that. I'm like, I could walk around with a phone. That'll be my first thing. And then Linda had her, application to be co-host with her, and I was like, oh, I need some video now to include with my application. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to end up making some sort of a show anyway. I might as well just get things set up and get started for that particular endeavor. So I've made my page now. It's pretty much ready.
Well, feel free to. Is it published yet, or?
Well, yeah, it's a Facebook page and it's published, but I haven't promoted it or anything like that because I don't have any show or whatever. Yeah.
Feel free to, if you want to, at the end of the show, post it in the comments here if you're ready, or at a later date if you want to wait. That's fine. You're welcome to post it.
It's the heart of the matter,
Okay.
I made it easy.
Okay. Right. I mean, if you post it in the links, then anybody who watches the show today, and
I don't know how to do that, so I can't see that from here. I guess I'd have to open another tab and then.
Well, if you go on the left hand side of the screen, can you see the 2 and the 10?
Yeah.
Okay. If you press see all, you can see all the comments. Yeah. And if you after the show, if you add, as David said, if you add your link in there, then you'll probably have at least 2 likes straight away. That's the way it works.
So, sorry, it's called The Heart of the Matter, or?
Yeah.
So, because I'm seeing a whole bunch of them.
Well, there's a picture of me as the profile.
Right.
All right. Well, we'll have to. Okay. We'll keep looking.
It's the initials, the actual URL. So it's TOTM, I guess. The initials of the heart. TH, the heart. I'm not good at that.
THOTM.
Yeah, that would be it.
No, that's not it.
Okay.
I want to find it.
Oh, that's annoying. All right, well. Anyway, so see, Stephen, I'll stick to my original date if that works with you for the live thing. So it'll be fun because it'll be fall here and it'll be lovely.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, they just work so well, and because we're talking about places we live in, then we can talk about them knowledgeably. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just going to remind David that 9 a.m. Tuesday is the time for Sarnia, Ontario to be ready. Making a note of it. Okay.
It's in.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Stephen. This is what we do. Alexa, remind me to join Stephen 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay. I'll remind you tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Cool.
No excuses now, Stephen.
Alexa,
I don't show up.
Remind me to remind David to show up.
At 8:55.
8:55.
Okay, I'll remind you at 8:55 p.m.
That's wrong.
No.
We digress. Fun with Alexa.
My
husband got us two dots. Echo dots.
Yeah.
Christmases ago. They're still in the box, so we're not Alexa Echo up.
We
They
have
just yell at each other
4
through
in
the house.
house.
Wow. I want to set it up, but I don't know. I don't know why he bought them if he had no intention of setting up. But I guess, it's husband stuff. Right.
Well, my greatest use, I'm making use of it tonight because tonight is a roast dinner, and that's chicken with all the trimmings. And of course, the cooking time for chicken is different from the cooking time for roast potatoes, which is different from the time for veg. So I put the chicken in, and I come into the office, and I say to Alexa, set timer, 40 minutes, and then I know I've got to go and put the potatoes in. That's a great use of Alexa. Practical.
I can't cook. I'm not a good cook. But that sounds like a great idea.
I don't cook.
Actually, I can use it for all the different live streams that I like to watch.
Indeed.
Yeah.
For reminders and for playing music as well, because when you link it with Amazon Music, then you can quite simply say, I'll not say, you can say, Alex, play me the top 20. And that's
and
it.
we're Prime subscribers.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, that's it. All right, okay. This, I've got to get this center screen because Catherine told us that we've got to put it in front of our face. So this is the new phone. And
is that an iPhone, Stephen?
It's got an ear for Android burnt right through the middle of it. Just a minute. Okay. Right, just to prove it, there you are. There's our conversation earlier. All right. Okay. So new phone. Because I thought, well, if Fonz is doing I Live Here, and he's going all around Cambridgeshire, then it's only fair that I start trekking around Wiltshire. But I couldn't have done it with my old phone, so hence the new phone.
Why couldn't you do it with your old phone?
Well, it was old.
Oh, okay, because it was an old phone.
I mean, an old phone is not just last year's model. This was several years out of date.
Right.
Yeah, because I hadn't got a use for it. I mean, it's this bad. I mean, my phone was that bad that I stopped taking photos because I didn't want them shown on Instagram. That's the truth. Because
Jennifer had an old flip phone, Samsung flip phone with the T9 texting. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
Up till about 5 years ago now, but she didn't want to get rid of it because she said, I'm not interested in playing games and all that stuff. Guess what she does now? Candy Crush. Anyway.
Right. Enough said.
Right. So I hear. Well, and Kelly was saying, well, maybe David would know. Well, Stephen, you probably would know. It's about a gig an hour.
Yeah.
Is roughly my. It depends if you're using LTE or 3G or whatever, but if you figure a gig an hour.
Yeah. I mean, we're grateful in the UK that we've still got unlimited plans. So on mobile, you can get unlimited data, and obviously that is a boon. But then again, that's the exception. It does cost, because if you only got 2 gigabits a month, then broadcasting for an hour would use it.
Yeah, I have. Kelly says he has 2 gig a month. I have 12, but right. I use it, and it's shared between myself, Jennifer, and Jason.
Okay.
They're only supposed to use a gig each. The purpose of it is for my business.
Oh yeah,
I'm doing the remotes and all that stuff. So,
right. But it's going back. You broadcast on remote every weekend, if not more.
Well, yeah, all the time. And the Sting games are coming. I've let them use it a little more because I haven't been doing the Sting games. So there was differences in the usage. But now I'm starting that Wednesday, and then next month. So then I have to. But I discovered that in my TELUS app, I can shut their data off.
Power. You have control.
It's a control thing for sure.
Right, Catherine. When you're planning to go live with your first show, don't give us a date, just day and time.
Oh, I have to double check to see if it conflicts with anyone else that I really like watching. I picked Thursday at 2, but I have to 2 Eastern, but I have to check to see if there's anyone else that's doing at that time. That's just what works for me.
Oh yeah. I mean, we've talked about this before, David, and it is what works for you has got to be taken into consideration. It's no use if you try and There's no such thing as a bad time. There are better times.
Yeah.
That's my first choice. That's my first choice.
Yeah.
Steven's referring to. So I used to do. My shows were recorded, so I would record them, edit them, put them all out there, nice and everything. I did 330 episodes of that before I decided to go live. I've been live streaming for a long time, but taking my show live was a choice. And the biggest thing that I struggled with for quite some time, Stephen will tell you, was day and time. Because you want to go, well, am I going to get more viewers at nighttime, or am I going to get more? But then I got friends in the United Kingdom I want to think about, and friends in Australia, and I'm trying to, all this stuff. And what I came down to, by the encouragement of my fellow live streamers like Steven and others, was go live when it works best for you, because the majority of your views come after you're live anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Steven and I and this show have built quite a following, and my other show, that's taken a long time. But I can look and go, oh, I got 150 views after this show. And then later tonight I'll look and I'm up to 500. So I was hard convinced, I have to say, to go that it didn't matter. It matters if you're wanting live views, maybe, but at the end of the day, you really just want people to watch whenever they're going to watch whenever it's convenient for them anyway.
True. I mean, that's it.
70%,
yeah, true. 70% of the people who watch a live show actually watch the recorded version. So, as our friend David Vaughan says, always play for the replay and try and acknowledge the people watching the replay. We used to, when we were on Blab, we go back 2 years of live broadcasting. There was a program called Blab, and the best time to go live on Blab was 3 p.m. Eastern. And Jonathan had a show that went out Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern, every single day of the week. And he ran it 5 days a week. He hosted it 5 days a week. And nobody, as you just said a moment ago, Catherine, you respect other people's slots. So nobody went up against him. Yeah. But between 2 and 4 o'clock is probably the best time, because 2 p.m. Eastern is 11 a.m. on the West Coast. It's 7 p.m. in the UK.
Yeah.
So within those 3 time zones, you're actually probably maximizing your audience at that time, because there's no other way to do it. I mean, we've tried to. We have friends in Adelaide in Australia, and that's Adair and Theone, who are in the Believers group as admins. And you cannot schedule a show between the United States, the UK, and Australia unless you do it for Adair at 2 in the morning. Yeah. So Adair has more than one scud up to be on a show live at 2 in the morning, but it's very difficult to do. So I would say go West Coast, East Coast, UK. UK will reach Europe as well. So 2 is a good time.
Yeah, one of the big consideration, actually, I didn't even really think so much about that. I was thinking more like I want to have other people, be with me, like you guys do, have people to talk with, actually. And are they available? Like, are they doing a show at that time? And what time zone are they in? Like, if I wanted to ask you, Stephen, like, oh, would you be my first guest or whatever, let's say. So I wouldn't pick a time that you have your regular or normal show, although you forget you because you have so many shows. So,
thank you.
But you get what I'm saying.
I understand, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally. And David's
Plus, I like to watch, I have my favorites. And I'm still discovering. That's one of the nice things too about the live video hub is that, like sometimes it's like, well, I got a half an hour to kill. Let me see what's on, kind of like TV. Yeah. And then I try and look through it and see what's on right now or what's about to come up. And sometimes I'll jump into something like weird and random that I would never have chosen, like the medium or whatever. So,
yeah, Jay runs an amazing show.
Jay. So I learn about other things that I would not have. And then for my thing, I thought, gee, I'm enjoying all these random topics. It doesn't really matter what the topic is. I think we want to just dive into the topic. So that's kind of how I came up with my thing. Plus that woman, Danny J.
Well, Catherine, I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with, and I'll be sure to try to watch live, but I'll watch live or replay one way or the other. And be sure to reach out to Steven and join his live video hub. And you're welcome to join the Video Show Network as well. I do the same thing, not to the scale that Steven does, but
do both, because David's got a darn good audience, a darn good loyal audience, and if you go on the TVSN, you will get more viewers and more people watching. And there is the thing about this is that there is no limit. This show that David's hosting at the moment is going out on 10 different pages, including including the live video.
Well.
And that's the potential. I mean, if you a tip: make friends with everybody who's got a hub. Yeah, so that you can then go live on their hubs. For example, Fonz has got a hub of his own.
Yeah?
Yeah. And Cheryl, who else have we got? I don't know.
Well, Linda has got, I guess, a few things going, or I guess some people have like multiple shows. RJ has a couple of different irons in the fire.
Yeah. RJ's got 2 shows, Tuesday and Thursday, and then the show we do together on Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern.
And then she has her show with Kim on Fridays.
Yep. That's right. Yep.
It is a busy place in the live streaming world, and we're past an hour already. Yeah. And Steven, we're going to talk about making a 2-hour show. I keep telling him, but
I know. But I've got to go and cook.
And I've got to go and get ready for my next show. I've actually got somebody reaching out to me to do a test. And Catherine, I want to say thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you so much.
And my line is wide open. Let's connect on Facebook, all that stuff. And
I already did that with you. I clicked all your click-throughs last week.
Oh, right. Yes, we did. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Steven, we're going to end real quickly. Any final?
Yeah, to everybody who's watched us today, thank you. To Catherine for joining us, thank you. And we'll see you at the same time, 12 p.m. Eastern next Monday. And that's
awesome.
It. Enjoy your day.
I'll be live later on today, 3:30 on the Show Sarnia page, where I got 3 guests joining me. One's reaching out to me right now. If you enjoyed the show, give us a 10 in the comments below. If you didn't like the show, do nothing. And if you're watching the replay, type replay. That's all the time we got for you. Thanks, everybody. Be nice to each other. Bye for now.
Bye.